I know you guys are probably asking yourself, why do I have a picture of Dr. King mugshot? Well, I want to make a correlation with something. Everybody think they understand what the black man thinks, how he views the world, how he should react. But they don't know us. I mean, everybody think they know us, but they don't. And I'm going to talk about some things that I've noticed in the media just today. And I tied into what I mean about the Noahs and the arrest and everything, Dr. King. This afternoon, I came home from the hospital, came in, turned on the television, and Inside Edition was on. They was talking about Jaleel White. For those who don't know who Jaleel White is, he played Steve Urkel on the 90s television show. Jaleel, like most black men who make a little money or have a little fame, get tempted or have a white woman put in their path. And if he doesn't jump when she say jump, doesn't go in this while when she says it, and Lord forbid they have a child, she's gonna accuse him of physically abusing because that's what they think we do. They think we beat our women, or they think we beat women in general. Now here it is. This woman has no pictures. She has no hospital evidence or anything. Just a picture of a broken toilet that she could have broke herself, or she could have tripped and broke, or whatever, and said that Jaleel beats her. And you had to question the timing because now he's on Dance with the Stars and all the other stuff, and it's sort of like a little mini resurgence in his career. But anyways, the media is reporting as if this is true. But how many cases have we seen of white celebrities, white male celebrities, who've actually, they got proof that these men actually did what they did, but they never mention it, never bring it up. If they do, they little blurt, and that's about it. But they never constantly put it over somebody's head all the time. Then today in Chicago, the state police, well, actually Calumet City, Illinois, the Calumet City police was cleared of charges in the shooting death of a 15-year-old who suffers from Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is another form of autism, if I'm not mistaken. And the story goes that this 15-year-old, I think he's like 5'10", 210, didn't want to go to school. And the mother and father took his computer away from him and locked it in the closet. So I guess the kid thought that, well, I'm going to go get my computer. And anybody who understand autism or understand Asperger's syndrome / autism will understand how some kids get and how they have a singular focus. He went and got a butter knife to pry open the closet which the computer was locked in. Parents, I guess they couldn't handle him, or they wanted to get some help dealing with them. Or they just could have been like most parents nowadays. They're afraid to put their hands on their own children. They called the Calumet City Police. So I guess the Calumet Police, they said came there before, been reported before, and they never got to this point. The point is they shot the kid because they said he had a knife. He had a butter knife, and they was threatened by a butter knife. Now, they had a taser, they had pepper spray. I'm pretty sure. Why did they shoot the kid? And I guess they figured 5'10", 210, hey, there's just another dead nigger to him. Male nigger, I should say. Then they were just talking about newly elected state representative Derek Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. And they said he was charged with bribery or racketeering, whatever it was exactly. And even before he had his day in court, the media is making as if this man is guilty. But this is the same media, even here in Chicago, was questioning whether or not George Zimmerman can get a fair trial. And it got me to start thinking about some things that me and my brother was talking about, and my father was talking about the other day, that, it seemed like everybody got a hard on for the black man. And I mean, it's nothing new, but it seemed more intense lately. And I think it kicked off right when President Obama, then Senator Obama, was running for office, and when he won the election. People don't want to see positive images of black men. Hell, even in the black community, they don't want to see positive images of a black man. And let me focus on the brothers real quick. The reason why other brothers don't want to see positive images of other black men, because in some way, some of these brothers feel themselves to be failures, or they can never measure up. And I try to tell brothers I come in contact with, don't judge yourself by another black man or another man, because you'll go crazy. There are brothers like myself that was blessed to able to use their wise mind to get um, get ahead, and so to speak. Not by anything sneaky, just by hard work and just using my mind. And that pisses off some of our brothers. So what we do, we become backstabbers, or even worse, we even start to kill each other or kill each other's character. And the black woman, she's been programmed to think that the black man is no good. In fact, it was so easy for the women's movement to come in and co-opt our women and tell our women that the black man is the reason for you to be in the situation you are in, which we wasn't. But what they did was they said, if your man loved you so much, why didn't he stop the slave master or this person from doing this to you? And not without them realizing that the reason why the man stood down, maybe he didn't have the backup, maybe he didn't have the protection, or maybe he loved you so much that he didn't want to see you get hurt, even though you did get hurt. But you fast forward today, brothers like myself, those of us who are out there eking a living, those out there trying to better their situation, we get it from all ends. We get tested every fucking day. I mean, every time I walk out my front door, you don't think there's people out there trying me or trying to test me? And I'm pretty sure any brother who hears this video knows exactly what I'm talking about. We could be in our car, somebody cut us off. We could be in our car, somebody can yell obscenities at us. We can walk down the street, somebody can throw something out of the car. We can walk in the store and we're being followed. And even by our own people, we're treated a certain way. And it becomes tiresome. This is why black men, if they reach the age of 65, they usually have heart problems. Because if you took a stress test on each black man from the age of 24 to about 39, our hearts are not our age, maybe 10, 15 years more than we should be. This is why a lot of us don't eat well or sleep well, whatnot, because we're under constant pressure. I mean, think about it. You're a little boy. You're not even called a little boy. You call it a young man. I mean, think about Trayvon Martin. Kid went to 7-Eleven, bought some candy, bought something to drink, get shot in the chest. Now everybody's making like he shouldn't have been wearing what he was wearing, shouldn't have been walking where he was walking. I mean, that says a lot. So when I see this image of Dr. King, just imagine what it was like for him during that time. You know, he could have been killed in jail, because usually when black men got arrested in the South, and especially doing what he was doing, they could easily took him out in the middle of the night and killed him. But I guess because people were watching and it was a national thing, they didn't dare risk it. But nonetheless, there were brothers that was not as lucky as Dr. King at that time. Excuse me. Let me make sure I clarify that. But every day we walk out, we're walking around with a number around our neck. We're just waiting for that day when they pull us over and say, okay, it's time for you to go to jail, or it's time for you to get a life sentence. I mean, I've seen brothers get pulled over, white shirt and tie, and police pull them out of their car for no reason. I've gone into stores myself, had a pair of jeans on, a polo shirt, and couldn't get service. But yeah, if you go and complain to management, they say, oh, we'll take care of it, and nothing ever happens to those employees. But I think until we as black men start demanding more from each other, nobody's going to respect us. Until we start taking charge of our communities, our reactions or interactions with other people within the community, nobody else is going to respect us. And to be honest with you, I don't want anybody to think that I'm actually looking for people outside the community to respect us. I think I'm more inclined with people inside the community respecting us, because if we can respect each other, people wouldn't be able to pull the shit they do. They wouldn't be able to shoot 15-year-old kids with butter knives. They wouldn't be so quick to accuse a former child star of spousal abuse when there's no proof. They wouldn't be so quick to accuse a black politician of bribery when he never had his day in court. They wouldn't be so quick to shoot a 17-year-old kid for just walking down the street. But see, every one of us had an experience like that, or know somebody had an experience like that. I mean, I can go on forever about my experiences, going into stores or just in relationships. I mean, think about it. You go into school, you got classmates who are judging you because they've brought into this mindset that if you're somehow brighter than most, somehow you're trying to be white. Or Lord forbid you was in a relationship with somebody or attempt to be in a relationship with somebody and they got baggage and they constantly trying to test you. I mean, it drives you crazy. This is why some brothers have said to hell with being nice. Some brothers said to hell with being respectful. Now, me, I hold on to it. Don't get me wrong. There's days where I sit there and say, you know, what's the point? But I think that's what people want you. They want you to be the criminal. They want to see you like this picture of Dr. King. They want to see you behind sitting in front of a camera with numbers in front of you, saying, "Hi, we told you he was a criminal. We told you they was no good." I mean, look at our interactions with our parents, especially if you're the eldest child. You put under immense pressure to represent everybody and everything. Your masculinity is questioned. I mean, all this stuff is. I mean, I'm just be honest with you. I'm surprised we went crazy, just went out and buck wild in society and said, "To hell with everybody." I mean, it would probably be easier, but at the same time, I think that's what people want us to. They want us to play that game. They want us to play that black stereotype. This is why I do these videos. Not just to talk about what the evils of white racism, but talk about the evils of self-hatred and self-doubt. I mean, sisters, do y'all know what it's like for a brother to do the right thing, say the right thing? He still is judged or analyzed. Do you know what it's like for a black man to go out this front door, get in his car, and wonder if he's going to make it home to his family or friends, to just make it home at all? I mean, really think about that. And for some of you brothers out there who are out there in the streets attacking other brothers, you know what it's like to look at another black man want to attack you? It's not a good feeling. I mean, I don't know. It's sad that we as black men got to go through all this crap. I mean, we getting it from every angle. Yeah, like I said, it's days that it's tiresome to me. You know, when I go into a store or I go into a hospital, when I have conversations with people, somebody's always trying to analyze you. Somebody's always trying to judge you, or somebody's always trying to prove that you fit this stereotype. And if you don't do it, there have been people who told me, "Oh man, you're just too good to be true. You up to no good. What's your motive? It's something you doing something. You fishing for something." And you sitting like, "I just can't be a nice person." See, they want that thug image. That's why that image sells. They want that image when they show us effeminate, because that's where they look at us. Why do you think they question our sexuality all the time? Why do you think that Hollywood is so anxious to put us in dresses? Why do you think that they want to ram homosexuality down our throat? Because the black man who's aggressive, and I'm not talking about aggressive in a bad way, but who's aggressive, a go-getter, outgoing, comfortable in his own skin, that fights the hell out of everybody, and black women included. Because if a black man has the ability to love himself and love the people around him, he's perceived as a threat. You can't stop him. This is why I pray when I hear about certain things on the news or in the media that please don't let it be a brother, because ours is to add to more pressure. And this is what I tell those ladies out there. Stop bitching about the guy that got you pregnant, or the guys that got you pregnant did you wrong. Because it takes two to tango. You choose no good dude, and then a dude come along that's great, or who really cares about you, and you judge him or put him through a bunch of tests. All you doing is turning that guy into another asshole at some point. Or if you have, or just male, or go for male and female. If you got a black man who's a friend, who's loyal to you, don't take advantage of that shit. And I'm gonna tell you, brothers, if you feel that you need to be protected, you need to defend yourself. You do those things, but you learn the law. Don't set yourself up for failure. Think about everything you do or say. I know people going to say that drive you crazy, but that's the only way you're going to get ahead in the society, get through the society. Because as I said before, they want that stereotypical image of a black man. They want the black man they can put in handcuffs and put him in a photograph and keep showing that same image over and over. This is why I use the Dr. King example, because at some point every brother is being fitted or being profiled for that image.